Well, welcome back to the National Defense. It's Randy Miller, and one of our favorite guys, Andy Richter, is with us. You know him, of course, from Conan O'Brien, comedian, writer, incredible dancer on Dancing with the Stars, and he's in a.
Thank you.
Oh, hey, listen, I so enjoyed you on that, man. I mean, you brought just such a different kind of fun and perspective to that. That was so fun watching it. And now you're on tour with them, right?
Wasn't tour. The tour finally ended for those poor people. They were on tour from the middle of January till the end of May, pretty much solid. It was a grind. And I mean, in those shows, for me, I did about 6 weeks. I broke it up into two pieces. Just because I knew that 6 weeks solid would be a little too much. And also just I can't, there's a lot going on at home. I can't just leave my wife alone with all the work that's back here
Right.
for that long. Um, but for those dancers, those shows, it's like an NBA game. It's like a
Yeah,
soccer
yeah,
game, and they're
yeah,
doing
yeah.
it night in and night out with only one. We had Mondays off, and that was it. But it was really fun. It was really a fun. I called him. I told him. I said, "This is like one of the great adventures of my life." Doing that,
That's cool.
doing the TV show, and then doing the tour with them, and the production was so nice to me, and the dancers were so nice to me, and I feel like I have another show business family that I'm a part of now.
Right. Yeah, and when you do something like that and you're taken out of your comfort zone, which I'm to the point now where I don't even think I have a comfort zone.
Yeah.
I mean, everything I do now is some degree of uncomfortableness, and
Yes.
uh, and I guess that becomes your new comfort zone. And now you're in this crazy movie obsession, which did anybody think it was going to be this huge?
No, I don't think anybody thought it was going to be this huge, but I knew something was going to happen with it because I mean I've done independent movies, because and the deal when you do something like that is you go and you shoot it, and it's not a very luxurious shoot, but everybody's very hardworking and very earnest and devoted to the project, and then they get it edited and they take it to film festivals and they hope that somebody is going to come along. It's like a bake sale. You put stuff out and you hope it sells. And and a lot of the time it doesn't. It's really hard to get something to connect with buyers. Especially nowadays, they want a sure hit all the time.
Right.
And this this I knew that this was different. I knew from seeing Curry Barker as the director, and he and his partner Cooper, his producing partner. These two young guys, they were making lots of comedy videos on YouTube, and they also were working in horror, which is very similar. I tell people there's not a lot of difference because you're talking about setup and payoff, and the payoff is either
Yeah.
a laugh or a scream. And he had these amazing, and I mean, people should go look him up on YouTube because there I saw a movie called Milk and Cereal, spelled Serial, like serial killer, that he
Right.
did. That's about an hour that I think they shot on a camcorder, and it's fantastic. And then I got the script for this movie, and it was absolutely bananas, but really good, like really well put together, pretty airtight. And and I knew something would happen with this. And I told him the night of the premiere, I said, because he said I didn't have any idea that any of this would happen. I said I knew something would happen, not as big as it's been, but it's a basic story of something really good being appreciated, and actual
And,
kind of true talent being recognized.
and I love the idea of getting what you'd hope for at a big price and a strong degree. I love
Yeah,
that premise. We're talking to Andy Richter here in the National Defense, and also, hey, my congratulations. I follow your Instagram. I get all the Andy Richter newsletters. I've signed up for the bonus package, and I
thank
found
you.
out. Congratulations, you've been named Commander in Beef for the
Yes.
second annual Weenie 500.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun day. That was the Friday before, the Indy 500 on Sunday, and I went to Indianapolis, and I was the I commander in beef was I'm not sure. I think I was the first commander in beef. And the Oscar Mayer, they love their puns, but it was a race of all six weenie mobiles,
So good.
uh, and yeah, going around the track at a top speed of 60 miles an hour. And I think they can go faster, but I don't. I think Oscar Mayer didn't want them to go faster. I
Yeah,
think they
right,
had they had strict instructions: don't go over 60, because those things have a high center of gravity, and I don't think
right.
anybody wants to see one of those go over.
Hey,
But that
I want
was
to,
that was an
I,
amazing day. That was when I knew like I've done something right, because I got to
I,
do something like that.
that's what's so cool about you, though, Andy. I mean, you do all these fun things, and you can tell that you're having fun with it. And I want to talk about your podcast a little bit. The three questions
Yes.
with Andy Richter. And now, do you always post on your Instagram? You post what the question's going to be for the week?
Well, no, they're the same questions every week. They
Okay,
and it they are where do you come from, where are you going, and what have you learned? And it's just basically it's I've been through a lot of therapy, and I believe in it, and I kind of like those conversations. And I'm not asking for people to spill their guts, but
yeah,
I do think um thinking about your past and thinking about why you are the way you are and what you're going to do about it and with it, are just some of the most interesting conversations that a person can have. And it's not always that. It's not a heavy show. I mean,
sure.
where I'm not afraid to talk about kind of deeper things on the show, but that's not, you know, I'm not asking people in there so that they can just air all their dirty laundry for my content.
Right.
I don't want anyone to be uncomfortable, but I do think that if people are willing to talk about things, and I've learned this in my own life, I've struggled with depression for years, and when you talk about it, it does tend to make people feel not so alone. And I do think that it's always interesting to hear people who aren't afraid to sort of give a little bit more of themselves than beyond the basic sort of showbiz, glib, smiley kind of nonsense. But like I
Yeah,
say, the show's meant to be fun and funny, and it is. And there's a lot of times, especially when I have old friends on there, where we just shoot the breeze. We're not, we're not,
that's
we're
funny.
not
That's
trying to
great.
figure anything out.
Well, and those kind of questions. So our show is basically for active duty military veterans and their families. And I always love to ask veterans, what was it that inspired you to get into the military? And the answers are all over the board.
I
And
can imagine.
yeah, and it's always just so interesting to hear what they say. And I want to thank you guys. And when you were with Conan, you guys would do so many military salutes and tributes, and thank you for that.
Sure. Oh, I'm proud to. Thank you.
Yeah, that's just fantastic. Well, Andy, everybody needs to go see Obsession. Get your One Wish Willow ready to go.
Yep.
Uh, Man, thank you so much for the time and continue great success. You're great.
Thank you so much, Randy.